What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. And I know this is going to be a different type of video today. I tried to record this before. I fucked it up bad. For some reason, it wasn't even recording my voice. So I was going through the editing and I'm watching the video, and all you see is, and I'm like, what the hell? I go look, and my software was not even recording my voice. It wasn't my microphone. My microphone was on, but just didn't record shit. So now I'm here with this, and I don't think this video is going to be nearly as good as the one I did, but I still wanted to put this out there because I thought it was something important that I don't think it's talked about enough, and that is first time home buying. It's a stressful thing, and I really just want to talk about it because it's something me and the wife have been going through, and something I've been struggling with really for the past few weeks, months now. And I just really wanted to talk about. So if you're new here, if you wouldn't mind hitting the like button and subbing to the channel, really would appreciate it. I know this isn't the type of content we usually post, but we'd love for you guys to come back and come around for the nerdy stuff, where we talk about everything under the sun when it comes to games and movies, and then do the Deadhead podcast as well. So definitely come back for that, and we really would appreciate it. And with that being said, let's talk about home buying in 2023. And I'm not really even going to cut away. I just really want to get into this because it's a very, very stressful thing. Listen, I've been so stressed. I know you can't see it. I know my beard seems pretty dark, but I have a few white hairs coming out of my chin here. I'm 26 years old, so I know I probably look older, but I'm 26 years old, and it's been a really tough thing. Home buying is something that's just so irritating. It's emotionally taxing. It's mentally taxing. And if you're not 100%, you really don't need to be making these big decisions. And so I come to make this video really just to talk about the hardships of doing it, the emotional and mental strain it does on a person. Not really the ins and outs of real estate or the ins and outs of home buying. That's not what this video is. There's plenty of videos like that and plenty of channels out there who can give you more tips. I'm not really going to give you tips. It's more of just things that me and my wife have been going through. And I really just wanted to put this out on camera because it feels good to talk about it. We made a big decision today to not move forward with our potential home that me and her were looking into buying. And it's a big decision, and it's a sad decision, and it's one that's really, really irritating that we had to make. But I think we had our good reasons, and I think there's good reasons to not do something, and it's okay to back out of something you're not comfortable with. I don't know why it's such a stigma. If you back out of something, you're a quitter or you're a pussy. It's not. There's some things that make you one of those things, right? But pulling out of something that you are terrified of or things that you're not comfortable with, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with it. It's like someone who can't swim that well, who doesn't go into the deep end of a pool. Doesn't make them a pussy because they don't want to do it. And so that's, I kind of look at the same thing here. It's like if you don't feel comfortable with something, it does not make you a loser. It doesn't make you soft or anything like that. This is such a big commitment, and before you do it, you have to make sure you're in the right mental state, because if you're not, you're going to go down under. It just is. And some to some people, this can be really on the balance of life and death. Some people get so stressed and everything else, they say, why should I even try anymore? And there is stuff like that. And for the people who've been through it, I feel for you. Not that I've gotten to that point, but it's been like really, really taxing on my psyche and the things that I'm going through in life and the things me and the wife are trying to accomplish. So anyway, so just to give you a little bit of backstory, me and the wife decided like a few months ago that we really want to start looking for a house. It's not that our savings was where we wanted it to be or anything like that, but we said, look, we're staying in this house. We're renting right now, and we've been living here for almost 3 years, and we're happy here. We really are. Like, for the most part, it's close to everything. We're close to our families. It's a lot of good things for us, but we knew that we wanted to have our own place. I live an hour away from my current residence. I'm not going to go into what I do or where I am or anything like that. But I'm about an hour away from my residence, so I have to commute to work every day when I have to. I work anywhere between 4 to 5 days throughout the week, and I have to make this hour-long drive to and from work, and I was trying to mitigate having to do that as much. And so, we started thinking, hey, how about we see if we can find somewhere to live, a house that we can own that's closer to work. I'm talking like 15, 20 minutes out, just to cut down the driving and the wear and tear on our cars. And so that's when we started looking. And then we've been looking for a while, but we finally found a house that we really thought, holy shit, this house needs some work. It's definitely a fixer-upper, but it's in our price range, and I think we can afford it. Well, we got into the very like meat and potatoes of this housing process. We had contracts signed, everything else, and as I kept crunching numbers, and trust me, I crunched the numbers like 20,000 times of, things we're going to have to pay out, things that we need to save for, this, and this, and I come to the realization that we just can't do it. And it's not because we're broke. It's not because we don't have any money. We're doing okay. We are both earn decent living, so it's not like we're in a bad place. But I'm just looking at everything we owe and things that we have to be paid, and then our new mortgage rate that's absolutely fucking ridiculous depending on where you live at. And I think mortgage rates in general are just terrible right now. And I'm looking at all this stuff, and I'm like, man, this is just not. This doesn't seem like a good time to me. Like this, it just doesn't like being able to own my own property. Yes, like, and that's what people say, and that's what a lot of old people will say. And I have nothing against old people. They carry so much wisdom, and you can learn so much from the older generation. But it's not. But the thing is, it's like what Shane says in The Walking Dead to Rick. It ain't like it was before, Rick. I'm a better father than you, Rick. It's not like how it was before with the older generation. You can't buy houses for the price that they pay for their houses. You can't do this. You can't do that. You can't get this loan or this one without other consequences. And with today's taxes and real world issues when it comes to home owning and real estate, it just isn't the same. Some of the same quality, sure, but it's not the same. And so, I mean, just to give you an example, closing costs where I am are $10,000. And so you got to pay 10,000 when you go to close your house. Then you got to put anywhere between 2 to 5% down, usually on a down payment. Don't quote me on that. That's just what I've been told and what I've read up on. So 2 to 5%, and then that doesn't even count if you have to pay attorney fees wherever you're living at. Then you pay for the taxes on your house, and you got to pay for the insurance on your house. And it's a lot, and that's not to mention you get in there and let's say your AC just breaks as soon as you move in. I had a friend of mine, like a coworker. Well, now we're friends, but a coworker of mine, he moved to a house, and as soon as he moved in, his AC went out. So he had to end up like forking out $4,000 just to fix his AC. And those things can happen when you move into a place that is considered your own. And that's why, like, to me, I've never been a a huge, like, I don't know, like a hater, I guess, for people who rent. Because look, I've been renting since I was 18 years old, so that's all I've known since I was 18. And renting as and like I say again, I go back to the old generation. I've been told a million times, and recently and in years prior, like, Dylan, you're throwing your money away to someone else. You're not getting any value from it. You're paying someone else to live there, yada yada yada. And I felt so shitty about that. Like, I'm like, damn, you know what? They make a good point. I'm paying X and X amount of dollars, and I'm not getting anything from it. I can't have my own fucking pet. Like where I live at right now, I can't have any pets, which is crazy, but I'm not going to go there. Can't have any pets, can't smoke in the house, which whatever. I don't like smoking in the house anyway, and I don't smoke, so that's whatever. But I can't even paint my walls. I can't put shelves up to put my comics on that, like, make a shrine of Walking Dead stuff. I mean, you guys know I love my Walking Dead content. And I can't do that in this house because I don't own it. And when you think about stuff like that, it's like, fuck, man. Owning a house is something I would want. But then you look at the numbers, and it comes down to numbers in this economy. In this economy, especially in America, I don't know if any of you guys are watching this somewhere else, but here it's ridiculous. It really is ridiculous, and it almost feels like you have to rent. It feels like the way the economy is moving, it's almost like it's forcing you to rent because it's the cheaper option. I know what you're about to say. Yes, I know some rent rates are ridiculous as well. I get that. I'm not saying mine's not. But what I'm saying is when it comes to like house payments, rent is really not that bad depending on where you're trying to live. Like if you're trying to live in like some apartment complex or some kind of condo, yeah, okay, you got me there. But I'm talking about it just in general, right? But anyway, I know I'm kind of going back and forth here, and I apologize for that. But I've had old people tell me throughout the years, you're just throwing your money into a house that's not yours, and all that stuff. And it made me still start feeling really, really bad about it. But I'm gonna tell you right now, and I'm just being honest with you. And I don't know if I have any older people watching this video. And when I say older, I'm talking like 60 and up. I'm not really talking about 30, 40. Obviously, I don't consider. To me, I was talking about this with the wife. I don't really consider an old person old till they hit like 70s. And I know that, like, I hope my grandma's not watching this because she is around that age. But I don't really consider really an old or really elderly person until you're up to that point. But I I know that old people, a lot of old people are going to sit here and think that. And a lot of people watching this, maybe if you're older, you're watching this, you might be thinking, this dude doesn't know what he's talking about. But unless you're doing it right now, you really don't know. And just starting out, it's really, really tough, man. And listen, like I said at the beginning of the video, if you're not mentally and emotionally prepared for this, then you shouldn't do it. And that's what I came to grits with. Like, you know, really the past few weeks, I've been stressed beyond relief. I've been losing hair. That's not why I'm wearing a beanie. That's just what I do around here. But I was losing hair. I know a few hairs on my chin are growing a little whiter. I know you can't see that because of the camera and the microphone in the way, but I've definitely been seeing some more white hairs. Um, I haven't really been eating as much like today because I got a little bit of a weight lift off my shoulder. I've been eating a little bit more. I've been having my appetite back, which has helped in weight. And I feel like I need to lose a little bit of weight. So that's not really a bad thing, but it's been really taking a lot out of me. I know that like when I've had to go to work, I come home and I'm exhausted and I just fall asleep. I can't sleep at night though. That's the one thing. Like if I do fall asleep, it's got to be on my couch and it's just from pure exhaustion. I don't even feel like playing the game. I don't feel like watching TV with the wife. I don't feel like standing up and talking to the wife. And it just really started to take a lot on me and to put a lot on me. And I really like say the point of this video, I don't know, dude. And I feel like the video I recorded before, I was able to like really concise my thoughts in a better way. But the whole point of the video is really to tell you that if you're not comfortable with buying, then don't. Because I'm telling you, man, it's just. And the thing is like, I think also too, if it's new to you, like it's just like anything, right? If something's new, you're going to be nervous about it. You're gonna have you're gonna have scary things. You're gonna have like scary thoughts. You're gonna have things like that. You're gonna think negative. I mean, like I'll give you a prime example, and this is not house related, but like when I do a next episode of the podcast and I'm having a new guest on, like a brand new guest, and this is not in any way to sound bad. Like I don't like new guests. I love new guests, but that first initial rush before the show starts, I get really, really nervous because it's just something new. It's something fresh. But then after that first 5 minutes, baby, I'm on board, and I try to be the best host that I can be for the Deadhead podcast. And I hope you guys will check us out. We'll be back August 13th, and it's episode 30. So I don't think me and Jan have decided what we're gonna do yet, but definitely come check us out. We would love to have you. Um, but after that first initial start, I start rolling and things feel really, really good. And 9 times out of 10, it's a great show. And so it's just a lot, man. It's a lot, and I'm just talking really right now. I appreciate you guys listening because it's almost like a therapy session. But I just want you to know you're not alone. If you're in the process of home buying, let me know down in the comments and let me know your fears and things that are weighing on you because it's good to talk about it. I think that I grew up in a house that I couldn't really express my feelings, and I try to do more of that as I've gotten older because bottling things up is not good for you or anyone around you really. So it's a lot, and you need to be able to talk about these things because it's really not as easy as some people make it out to be. Matter of fact, it's one of the toughest things that I've had to do in recent memory, and trying to make the right decisions and trying to find my way through this maze called life with my wife has been really, really difficult, and it feels good to actually put that away. I had this experience. Of course I want to own a house one day, but I'm glad I was able to put it on the shelf. We'll get back to it later, and I can start focusing on the things that make me happy. And honestly, being in this office here, being able to be in this house and being close to everything and family, I think it's the right thing to do. And don't do something that you're not comfortable with. And if you feel any kind of way about it, as far as like it's okay to be nervous, right? If you just stop whenever you're scared, you're never gonna be able to do anything. But if you really don't feel right about it, because I know towards the end there, I was starting to feel stomach sick when I thought about the house. When you start feeling to that point, you need to just stop because your mental health is huge, and also too, your mental can lead to physical stuff too, and you got to watch it because as you get older, your body, it can take less and less turmoil, and if you let yourself bottle up and shut down, and because of things like this, it can ultimately hurt you in the long run. So that's all I got for you. Let me know about your home buying experience. I think we're definitely going to take a break on ours. I don't think we've stopped looking. Like I said, we got approved for a loan, and I think we're gonna at least kind of keep our eyes out there. But this is just not a good climate to buy a house, and it's honestly, even when the rates do come down, it's not gonna be for long before they go right back up, and then everybody who wants to buy a home is gonna have to suffer, and it's just a sad thing that it takes this much to own property, and it's sad, man. It really is. But um, I pray that a lot of you guys, whether you guys are religious or not, I do pray that you guys find the home you're looking for. And yeah, it's a rough experience. I know it's probably worth it in the end, but unless you're really mentally prepared for it, it just isn't worth it, man. It's just too much. It's a lot. And so anyway, so that's the point of the video. I'm sorry I rambled on. I think I did better in the video I recorded before this. I hope this reaches somebody. I just wanted to show you guys you're not alone. And yeah, I really do. I hope we all can own houses one day. I really do. But I just think if you're in my generation, it's just really, really hard. It's really, really hard to one, find a place you like, and two, to financially be free, so to speak. I guess that's not really the right word, but to being able to do like be able to have your lifestyle and then also own property. And sometimes you have to give your lifestyle up to own property. But I think where I'm at in my life, I've been through things just like anybody else has, stuff and things. Um, I just I like my life the way it is, to be honest, and I think that I'm willing to suffer with the drive to work and things like that, and the rest will work out in the end. So that's how I'm gonna go with it. I hope you guys do too. And thank you for listening to me ramble. I hope this helped you out. I know that's a different kind of video, but let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. And don't forget to leave a like and sub to the channel. I would appreciate it. And we'll have more fun content coming to the channel. But really, I just wanted to speak from the heart and talk about the stuff that I'm going through right now. So anyway, with that being said, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Stay dead, my friends.